1, the preparation, also known as the "why is this so hard" phase. Our hero Steve is looking for some books. And look at this one. It's an ancient book detailing all the information known to man about the end, a place beyond our understanding. It mentions a mighty dragon and a gateway to get there. But how? Well, it just so happens that the book is missing its last few pages, specifically the ones that explain how to get to the end. So, Steve does what any normal person would do. He sets off to find the missing pages. To get to the end, he must first obtain ender pearls. And to get those, he must fight Enderman. Oh, hey, look, an Enderman. Hi, Enderman. Let's be friends. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't want to be friends, okay? Now run away fast. Hey, got it. Good job, Steve. Now you have 1 pearl, hurrah. But you need more. To craft the eyes of Ender, you'll need a total of 12. But wait, the hunt has just begun because the stronghold containing the end portal is nowhere near here. You'll need the eyes to find it. And we know the eyes of Ender have tracking abilities, but not this kind of tracking, not yet. To get them to track, he'll first need to put them into something called a blaze rod. To get the blaze rods, he'll need blaze powder. To get the powder, he'll need to go to the nether. And wouldn't you know it, he finds a nice little river made entirely of lava. You can see the bottom. That's good, when rivers have bottoms. Also, what's that? Something big is coming. It's chasing Steve. A guest. The animation team must have gotten paid by the studio. The animation team, we all know your secret. The guests cry big, cartoonish tears. But ho, these aren't tears. They're fireballs. Woo. 1 fireball later, Steve has learned a very valuable lesson about walking directly into dangerous situations. He finally reaches the blaze, the source of the blaze powder he needs. And it sees him. Why am I always doing this? And bam, there goes the rod. Nice job, Steve. That was barely even a scratch on the blaze. Thank goodness. Now let's get out of here before it heals. Now back in the overworld, Steve can finally craft the eyes of Ender. Now they should track the stronghold. Lead the way, Ender Eye. Wait, why is it taking us so far away? What? You guys just led me into a cave full of spiders. Spiders, lots of spiders. Please make it stop. Come on, come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes. Thank goodness. There it is. The stronghold is just right below us. We're so close. Just gotta dig down. There it is. Perfect. Beautiful. What? No, no, no. This isn't right. What happened? Where are my eyes? Why are they disappearing? What the? Come on, come on, come on. Next up, Act 2, the journey or the we're so close phase. As soon as Steve finds the portal, he knows something's wrong. Several frames are empty, meaning he's short a few eyes of Ender. This isn't good. If he doesn't have enough eyes, the portal won't activate and the world will descend into chaos. He quickly scans the room for any nearby towers or crystals and spots a set of stairs leading upward. Perhaps there's another way out of here. What is this? There must be another way out. Steve cautiously creeps forward. Wait, this isn't a stairwell. This is just a dead end. What? What's this? This must be the way out. Finally. It's just endless mossy cobblestone. This is gonna take forever. Again, endless mossy cobblestone. Almost there. And again, finally. This is the way out. Joy, another dead end. Well, Steve can't really complain because the real dead end is the friends he made along the way. Finally, he emerges from the stronghold, dropping down onto a luscious green hill. Great! Now he just needs to find a river and fish up an enchanted book that happens to have the last page to the book of the end. So he starts searching, and look at that. Over there is a river. Perfect. And inside the book is a map showing exactly where to find the rest of the pages. Double perfect. Steve is getting closer than ever. As he approaches the river, though, he feels a sudden gust of wind. His hair stands on end. He turns slowly to face the source of the disturbance. And what he sees makes him drop his sword. What a magnificent creature. And then it flies away. No, wait, it didn't fly away. It teleported. Steve had just witnessed the power of the Ender Dragon, the fearsome beast guarding the end itself. How could he possibly hope to defeat it? And then he remembered what the map said. The End Dragon teleports around the obsidian platform in the middle of the void. making it easy prey for archers. The only thing left to do is get to the portal room and prepare for battle. He runs over to the nearest tower and jumps up to hit the activation button. It's time to enter the end. Before he steps foot into the end, though, he pauses for a moment. He takes a deep breath and clutches his gear. This is it. Time to show the dragon who's boss. The portal swirls and he jumps in. Act 3, the end, also known as the oh no, oh no, oh no phase. The portal drops Steve off on the obsidian platform. Below him is nothing but the swirling blackness of the void. Above him is the end dragon. He must be quick. If the dragon lets out even one of its death lasers, Steve will be toast. And toast isn't exactly in season right now. He needs to get to the center of the platform and hit the portal to activate it. Then he can get out of here. Suddenly, the dragon lets out a massive roar that blows Steve's hair straight back. Steve drops his sword. Oh man, I've never been so scared in my life. Steve quickly scans the room for somewhere to hide, jumps behind a pillar, and waits for the dragon to fly away. There are 3 end crystals on top of the other pillars. If Steve can destroy them, the end dragon will stop teleporting around and hopefully calm down. It hovers above one of the crystals. So Steve climbs up the pillar and starts building a tower. Using dirt, he builds and builds until he's high enough to reach the crystal. And then he places a block on it. The crystal disappears and the dragon smashes the pillar. Ha ha! Very funny, dragon. Hey, watch it. Steve flies through the air like a rag doll. And then he lands face first in a pile of dirt. Now only 2 crystals remain. Luckily, Steve can shoot the remaining 2 crystals from a safe distance away using his bow and arrow. And bam, bam, both crystals are gone. Now the dragon should stop teleporting around. Hopefully this works. The dragon swoops low to perch at the central portal. Steve sees his opportunity. This is it. He charges forward and swings his diamond sword. The dragon roars in pain as it takes damage. But as soon as Steve gets within range of the portal, the dragon snaps its jaws and sends him flying backwards. Steve crashes into a tower and falls to his knees. He raises his head and swings wildly. The dragon lets out a final roar and dramatically flashes. The room fills with experience orbs. Act 4, the reward, also known as the we did it phase. Steve stumbles over to the central portal, grabs onto the frame, and pulls himself up. Then he jumps into the air and does a funny, flocky victory dance on the perch where the dragon once stood. Next, Steve dives into his inventory and grabs the dragon egg, an incredibly rare and valuable item that can only be obtained by defeating the dragon. He'll put it on a pedestal next to his bed. Then he walks over to the portal, steps through, and reappears outside his humble wheat farm. It's nighttime now and the sun has set to the orange, pink colors of twilight. Steve looks up at the sky and lets out a sigh of contentment. But his moment of relaxation is short-lived. What's that? A chicken. Is that a chicken? It wandered into his wheat field. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. The end.